Hi, this is Jeff with the IT department, here to give you a video on WordPress advanced functions involving HTML coding. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As you can see here, I'm at the WordPress page on our site. It's eou.edu/it/WordPress. And in it there is a link to a training manual. If you go ahead and click on that, I went ahead and done that and opened it. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to notice that there is an advanced user section in that manual. And this is something that's not usually, it's not going to be covered in the WordPress classes that we have on campus, but it is something that we wanted to add just so that it would give you a little more instruction. And we did put a disclaimer here just to let people know it does involve HTML coding. While it's an advanced programming function, we're going to do our best to try to explain how to use it for WordPress. So if you're uncomfortable with following any of these tasks on your web pages, you don't have to do it. Like I said, this is completely optional, and we advise that you not attempt it. We'd also ask, if you want these options but you don't want to do it yourself, we ask that you do not contact the help desk to have us do it for you. Again, this video is produced to kind of help you understand how to do it yourself, so you can input it in your website if you want. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first example here is how to set up a sidebar widget with links for contact information. So you can see I have a picture example here. We're going to go to the IT site, and this is a training page. But you can see over here we have linked contact information. So we're going to go to our widget page, and we're going to open up, this is the dash bar in the IT training widget page. We're going to open up the contact information in here. And you can see when you compare the two, if you scroll down just a bit, here's our example in the training manual. Here's the code, and you notice some of the code is color font red. We did that intentionally to show you what you would need to edit within this HTML code. So like I said, if you want to make this custom to your website, we recommend that you copy it. I'm going to copy this right now. I'm going to go back to our WordPress page. I'm just going to remove this and paste it. And we're going to change just the top link for this example. So we don't want it to say information technology. We want it to say, let's say, human resources, if I can spell. So basically the way this particular line of code works, it's going to display the title for this particular link here. Up here, this is what's called a hover over title, so it gives you another description of what the link is. And please note these are all inside the quotations. And the last one you have to edit is the actual website URL itself. And you notice you do need to include the http:// You just can't have the www@eou.edu after that. So I know the HR page is simply, instead of IT, it's HR. So what we're going to do is change this URL so it points to the human resources page. We're going to leave the rest of this here. I also need you to make sure that you have the automatically add paragraphs checked here at the bottom. We're going to save this, and we're going to view this page and see what it looks like. So you notice on this we have human resources now, and it is pointing to the HR site. It's pointing to the old site. So they're getting ready to move to WordPress as well. And everything at this one points to EOU. This one also points to EOU. This one points to the Oregon University system. And you can email the help desk. So that's how you add that function in your sidebar widget area. The next section we're going to go over is how to create a sidebar widget with a picture that also acts like a hyperlink. So you can see I scroll down to the WordPress training manual to go over that. I'll show you an example. The IT department has two of them in their sidebar. This one points to the technology ticket if you want to submit a ticket. This one points to your Gmail if you want to log into your EOU Google Apps account. So like I said, if you click on it, it takes you to submit a ticket. So I'm going to show you an example on how we're going to do that. So you can see here again we have some more code that we need to edit. Again, the red font shows the parts that you will need to edit. The first spot in red shows the URL that you want the picture to point to, and the second shows the picture that you want to display in your sidebar widget. So in this case, we're going to edit this particular one. So let me copy this and take it over to the training site. So now we're in the information technology training dashboard. We're in the widget area. From here, as you can see, our primary widget area, we have 3 different things. We're going to add another text widget, which also means HTML. Now we don't want to add a title to this one. We just want the picture to show up. So we're going to copy and paste the code in there. But now we're going to change what picture we want this to point to. Now this, like I said, the example we're using shows the technology ticket one, but we're going to edit it. So we're going to change this to something else. So we're going to move over to our media library, and in the library I've selected just the generic EOU logo. What you want to do is you want to copy this URL and you want to paste it in place of this one at the bottom. This is going to point to that particular picture in the sidebar. Now the top one is a URL. We're going to change this to go specifically to eou.edu, but you need to remember to put in the HTTP. So I'm just going to type the entire URL here. So it's www.eou.edu. So we're going to save this widget, and we're going to view the page. And you can see at the very bottom we have a widget, and we're going to point to it, and it takes us straight to the EOU homepage. So as you can see, that's how you insert a picture into the sidebar widgets. Now one thing to note, this area here, you don't want the picture to be I would say over 200 pixels in width. If you have any picture larger than there, it's gonna mess up your display, and the picture will be wider than the actual sidebar, so it won't look very good. So you want to make sure the picture you use is actually scaled to size. Like I said, I would try to stay under 200 pixels in width if you can. For our next example, we're going to show you how to embed a Google Calendar from Google Apps into a WordPress content page. So I've scrolled down a little further in the manual to that section that you can see here, and I'm going to quickly show you an example that we have on the IT website. This is our computer classroom website. We have 2 classrooms currently that staff and faculty can reserve. And like I said, it shows a picture of the classroom in Inlow 011. It also shows the calendar that we use to reserve the classrooms in it. So you can see April 13th was wide open, but the 26th, there's a couple of people that have it reserved. So like I said, it can be used for various other things. This is just an example. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to now we're back into the IT training page. We're in the dashboard and we're editing a page. And you can see we're in the visual tab within WordPress. We are going to dive into some deeper waters here and try out the HTML tab. So you can see this is all HTML coding. We're going to insert our calendar in between these 2 spaces here that are noted. So what you need to do is open up your calendar within Google Apps. I've already have mine open, and we're going to share this student repair schedule. So what we're going to do is go to calendar settings, and down here it says embed this calendar. You can simply take this code and do it, or I would suggest customizing it to fit your page. And from here you can pick whatever options you want. Since this is going into a WordPress page, I do recommend that the width of the calendar doesn't exceed 650 pixels. So it would look something like that. You can get your choices of calendars. These are all the calendars that I have access to currently. You can pick any of those to embed. You do, if this is going to be a public calendar, you do want to make sure that you share it publicly. If it's a private calendar that only certain people at EOU can view, then it'll ask them to log in if they want to see it. So, but this is the code up here we need to copy and paste. So we're going to copy the code, and I'm going to take it back over to my training page, and I'm going to paste it inside in between these two spaces here. So we're going to hit update, and then we're going to view this page, and you can see there's our calendar. It fits nicely in between by the sidebar widget and inside the content, and it's viewable. You can scale the calendar as you can go long, you can shrink it up. Like I said, you can play with the sizes here. You can change it to a week view, you can change it to a month view, you can change it to an agenda view. It really is up to you how you want to change it. If you want to start on Sunday, if you want the language to be something different, you can change the background color, you can add a border. You can see it just adds all the functions here and adds the code up in here. So so play around with it and see what you want it to do for you, but this is just a quick example of what it looks like. And for our final example in this video, we're going to show you how to embed a Google Doc into a WordPress content page. You can see I have an example here with the WordPress training manual. We're going to just embed this WordPress training manual into our IT training page. So the first thing you want to check is if it's shared publicly, or if you're going to only have the link available to people at EOU. So anyone with the link can view this particular document. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to File, publish this to the web, and in here it gives you an embedded code. You're going to copy this, and then we're going to import it to this. Now we're in our training, information technology training page. We're in the HTML code tab. We're going to paste this down below. Now you're not done yet. Unfortunately, if you scroll down in the manual, we make note that it's probably not going to be the right size. So what I'll do is I'll save this. I'll show you what it looks like just as is. Now you can see you got to scroll. It just doesn't look very good. I don't like the way it looks. So we're going to edit this. And here's where editing HTML coding can get a little fun. In the manual, we give you an example of what you should resize the document that you want in your page. So you're going to input a width and a height of what you want this to be. So you see in red, here's the code. Now here is just the width and the height. I want you to copy this, go back to your editing page, and we're going to paste this right here in the beginning. So I put a space after that so you can read it better. So the width is going to be 675 pixels and the height's going to be 400. So let's update this and see what it looks like in our WordPress page. You can see it spans the entire width of the content page. You still have to scroll because it's a long document, but it looks like there's a little bit here. And like I said, this is just a big document, so you can do anything within Word doc, or the Google Docs drive. Anything you want to embed that's a Google Doc, you can. So it can be anything to a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, a form, which is a pretty common example, and any drawings. So go ahead and give you another example of a document to embed. we're going to embed this HR form. What we do is we open up the form. As you can see, we're in the spreadsheet form. We're going to embed the form in the page. We're going to copy this, and we're going to go back over to our page. I'm going to remove what was listed here and insert the code. Now you can see with the Google form, it does have the width and the height listed here, but it's 760 pixels. We don't want to go over 675 for the width of the content. So to not scroll, we're going to make this 1800, and we'll just take a look at it and see what it looks like. So let's save this and let's view the page. And you can see the form, the Google form that HR had made is now embedded into our WordPress page. So you can fill it out, and you can see I made it a little longer than what it should be. You can edit that here. Like I said, I made the height 1800. It would probably look better maybe 1750. Let's just take a look and see what it looks like. So we update it, and let's view the page. So still have a blue bar. If you go any shorter, you're going to have to scroll. But like I said, the cool thing is you can embed your Google form in your web page. You can link to it if you want. It really doesn't matter. There's all kinds of useful applications that you can use for embedding certain content. You can embed YouTube videos. I'll give you a quick example. If you go to I'll take you to our IT page in Google Drive. You can see that I embedded a YouTube video here that just explains how Google Drive works.
The screenplay on your home computer.
We can play the video within the website and still stay on our page. So there's all kinds of useful tools that you can use for embedding information into web pages. So I hope you found this video helpful for you. Again, if it's something that you feel that's a little out of your comfort zone, please don't attempt it. Again, these are just optional things that you can do within WordPress. And again, I would ask that you not contact the help desk to have them do it for you. We just don't have the resources to help everybody with this kind of project. So again, this is more of a tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions about it, please contact the help desk. Our phone number is 541-962-3111. Or you can contact us by email. The email address is helpdesk@eou.edu. I want to thank you for watching these WordPress videos. I hope you found them helpful, and we'll see you again soon.